So, Jorge here, talking about Bakuman, the anime. I did not watch. I read my thoughts on the Bakuman anime. I watched all three seasons. There are about 26 episodes each. It deals with two aspiring mangakas or manga creators manga artists who really want to make it in the Shonen Jump magazine and want to develop their lives as they develop their careers as uh, mangakas. I thought I thought it was really good. I enjoyed it. It was a bit. The pace was a bit slow for my taste. I thought it was a little too slow. I still liked it even despite that, but it was a little slow. Uh, this boy wants to. One of the boys, he wants to marry a seiyu. So she's an aspiring voice actress, and they from the very beginning of the anime, it is established that they will marry each other once uh, uh, one of the boys manages to uh, launch a successful anime, and she will be the protagonist, the female protagonist in his anime, and you get to see all of that develop across three three seasons. So it was fairly popular enough that it received three seasons. It didn't really receive a DVD or a Blu-ray release here in America. I guess it wasn't that successful. So yeah, so that's it. Did have the manga going for it though. And the manga was released here in America, but the anime was only like six. There were only 6 episodes released in here before it was canceled. So it was very um, it was fairly unpopular here in the States, but I imagine in Japan it was fairly popular if it was able to garner 3 seasons worth of material. So I thought another thing I kind of didn't like about it was the way that they set up their method of improvement, or the way that they would improve was very strange to me, because the way that they would always say, we always want to reach a higher level, we want to reach a higher level, and I'm like, maybe that's not the right approach that you want to take to creating something, because maybe it's like you want to find something more, you want to find something genuine within you that you want to develop as an artist, and you want to look for something. So they're always talking about, I always want to increase my skill, and I don't know if that was the right approach. I was like, and they always meet deadlines. They change animes. They don't stick with just one anime. They have more than one, like Itante Trap, which is like detective trap. They develop an anime on yeah, I can't remember anymore. It's been like 2 weeks. But yeah, it's no, it's been more like maybe like a month since I watched that anime. But yeah, I thought it was good. The art was very good. I really liked they have a rival that further develops the plot of the anime, and he's this genius that has amazing uh, that has amazing art, and he has an amazing manga, and he's very successful. And this is where you really learn the pricks of the anime, like the nooks and crannies of the anime industry and the manga industry, and how they're largely based on reader surveys. So you read a survey, you read the manga, and then there's a survey for it, and in terms of popularity, how good it was, it is ranked. And if you're like below like eighth, your manga can be pulled from the magazine, and you can lose your manga spot, your section of the anime, of the magazine, and it can go to somebody else. And that's how it's very competitive, and it's very risky, and you're always working hard so that you can get those ratings that you want, and it seems very hard to do so. And they always struggle to maintain their ratings, and they're always trying to compete with their rival, who is always in top two spots, if that. And I think they beat him like once or twice in the entire thing. They didn't really match up well to their adversary, but they still I don't know. They still were able to. They were not really a challenge for him. He was just too high up there. He was too talented, and I don't know. I don't know. I guess they get a kick out of making the rival talented, extra talented. It's a shonen thing, you know. Like in Naruto, Sasuke has more talent than Naruto, so you know it's a fairly common thing in shonen manga. But it didn't feel, you know, it wasn't a traditional shonen manga full of battles. It wasn't full of fan service. It was more just it focused more on them two trying to make it. It wasn't really focused on on the magazine itself. It wasn't really focused on, because the manga, I read part of the manga, and it was kind of like trying to uh, uh, it really went into detail on in on the manga industry and how you become a mangaka. So it goes into detail on that, but in the anime, that it didn't give you that sense of, oh wow, this must be the anime industry or the manga industry. It didn't really go into that. It was more. It didn't really have a set point. That's kind of one of the problems I had with the anime. It kind of just went all over the place. It didn't really focus on one set area. It was always just trying to develop the. It kind of felt like maybe it was too many episodes, because it. Keep in mind here, this was about 72 episodes. So, you know, I'm not too sure that maybe that was the right pod, because it was like seven. The manga has like 17 volumes, but maybe that was too much. Maybe it was too many seasons. Maybe it was one season too long. But nonetheless, they still, you know, you see them develop, you see them mature as artists, um, you see them compete now with just with uh, with their rival. They compete with somebody else that comes in, and he kind of tricks, he kind of shows that he's trying to trick the system. So it is kind of, you know, make believe in certain parts. It's not so realistic. Some parts are really made up. Yeah, so those are my thoughts on Bakuman. It was an okay manga. It was an okay anime. It wasn't like the best I've seen. Would I watch it again? Yes, it was rewatchable. Um, would I recommend it to others? Yes, I would. I would recommend it to others. So yeah, that's my review on Bakuman. Please watch it.